round two. All right. So we're doing our project on spinal problems. We got Vin Calzone, Danny DiMichio, Mustard Lauren, myself, and we got a chartered Spine up here.
Spine.
How many spinal injuries yearly? In 2014, there was 200,000 reported spinal injuries in the U.S. alone. That's about 547 daily. And the National Spinal Cord Injury Statistical Center reported that 12,000 of those cases died. Including spinal cord injuries. Central cord syndrome is injury to the center of the spine that damages signals from the mind to the spine, which causes motor impairments and possibly partial paralysis in limbs. Anterior cord syndrome is injury to the front of the spinal cord that damages motor and sensory pathways and grounds the cord. And syndrome is injury to one side of the spine that may inhibit movement in one side while doing nothing to the other side. Complete spinal cord injury. Paraplegia, sometimes known as quadriplegia, paraplegic. Tetraplegia eliminates the control of areas underneath the portion injured. Paraplegia is the removal of sensation and control of your lower limbs. Triplegia is the loss of sensation in one arm and two legs. What? Oh yeah. Symptoms of spinal cord injury is varying degrees of paralysis, difficulty breathing, bladder and bowel problems, and frequent infection, and more. Spinal stenosis is a condition where your spinal canal begins narrowing. It's more common in adults 50 and older, and the leading cause for this is arthritis.
Okay, so we got one of the spinal problems is scoliosis. It's a condition that causes the spine to curve to the side. It occurs most often during growth spurt, just before puberty. Severe scoliosis can be painful and disabling. We also got lordosis, an excessive inward curve of the spine. It is found in all ages. Lumbar lordosis is sometimes called swayback because of the posture. You can see we also got kyphosis. It's just a hunchback, usually refers to an abnormally curved spine. Some people with kyphosis have back and pain stiffness, most common in older women and often related to osteoporosis. We also have things such as a herniated disc, is a condition which refers to a problem with a rubbery disc between the spinal bones. It can cause pain in foot, arm, and back. You can also experience muscle weakness, and sometimes your legs will go numb. Now we're gonna talk about some famous people that have back problems, spinal problems. Mark Gant, he's an American world record-holding powerlifter with idiopathic scoliosis. He was inducted into the International Powerlifting Federal Hall of Fame in 1980.
Another example is Christopher Reeve. One day, while doing fence jumps with his horse, the horse stopped and threw Reeve off. Reeve landed head first, shattering his first and second vertebrae. This cervical spine injury, which paralyzed him from the neck down, also halted his breathing. So he almost died.
He's dead now.
This is Sylvester Stallone. During the filming of Rocky IV, he was punched so hard in the sternum, it caused serious pain throughout his spinal cord. It actually, the power went through his body. He wasn't paralyzed, but it stopped the filming of Rocky IV for 3 months. Next is Charlie Theron. During the filming of Aeon Flux, she was improperly prepared and performed a backflip and landed on her neck. This gave her a herniated disc and she was rushed to the ER. She could not walk or get out of the hospital bed for 8 weeks.
That's Charlie.
This is Jamie Alexander's chipped vertebrae. During the filming of Thor: The Dark World, Jamie Alexander suffered painful injuries after falling down a flight of metal stairs. She said it was dark and it was wet, but a witness said it was perfectly dry in the middle of the day, so. Alexander chipped 11 of her vertebrae and was rushed to the ER, and they had to stop filming Thor for 6 weeks so she could get better. George Clooney's spinal injury. While making Syriana, George Clooney hurt his spine so severely he coughed up spinal fluid, and it came through his mouth and his nose. He said the pain was so excruciating, he even commented This was a very drastic thought, and he said later on he was glad he committed suicide because he just felt better after his surgery. And here's a works cited.
Any